Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Mrinmoy Pramanik. I teach comparative Indian language and literature at the University of Calcutta. Today we will discuss ancient Tamil drama, and which comes under the paper called Comparative Literature Drama in India. The paper coordinator is Professor Tutun Mukherjee from University of Hyderabad, and this content is written by Ritika Botobal from Jadavpur University, Kolkata. Let us first introduce ancient Tamil drama. In this module, we will discuss ancient Tamil drama, how it developed and the various forms of Tamil drama during the ancient times. In the ancient Tamil society, different kinds of kuttus were performed in honor of the deities as Vetuba Vari for Korai, Ayachiyar Karuvai for Mayon, and Kurak Kuruvai for Murukan, to name a few. Thus, religion was linked with the development of drama in ancient Tamil society. These kuttus generally involved singing in praise of the deity and dancing. It is assumed that drama in ancient Tamil society might have developed from such singing and dancing. Let us go with the origin and development of drama in ancient Tamil society. In order to trace and understand the development and origin of Tamil drama, one has to depend on the evidences found in Chankam literature, since none of the text of ancient Tamil drama has come down to us. Drama was referred to as kuttu during the Shankam period. Kuttu mainly means dancing, but the term has been also used to mean drama. Tamil language is considered to have a tripartite division: Ayal, Akai and Natakam. The Shankam poets used the term Natakam in its perfect sense. There are again two kinds of kuttus, Avinayam and Natakam. Avinayam denotes a kind of dance played in concordance with a specific song. Natakam, on the other hand, enacts the scenes from a story or a narrative. Kuttu has also been identified with Paratanaitam. The latter term signifies a dance which enacts a song or a part of a story by a single person or a group of persons, accompanied by harmonious musical instruments during some festivals. Thus, it is in this sense that kuttu comes closest to drama, and drama in ancient Tamil society mainly comprised of these kuttus. Natu can be considered to be the root of Natakam, which signifies a resembles. Thus, Natakam resembles life and activities of people through imitation. In the villages of the southern districts of Tamil Nadu, a dance called Shamiyattam is organized to appease the dead spirits. One person dances in trance representing the life of the dead spirit. Here dialogues are used seldom, and it is one person's show. It is considered that this type of attam had helped in the development of Tamil drama. Thus, Tamil drama, in all probability, is indebted to dance. The term kuttu thus means both dance and drama. The dancers received patronage from the village headman. They presented stories and incidents from the Puranas and the epics. In general, it is assumed that the representation of individual songs is called dance, while the enactment of a story is called drama. Now, let us discuss about the types of kuttus. In the commentary of Atiyar Kunalar, an explicit account of the Chantikuttu and Vinotakuttu is found. The former aims at the successful progress of the hero. The Vinotakuttu evidence a kind of relationship with drama. The Akkakuttu tries to portray the characters and gives the expression of feelings. This shows that the different features of a drama are found in the Tamil kuttus. Virutti is another form of drama as described by Atiyara Kunalar. The characters playing the different roles are important in classifying the different forms of virutti. It is conjectured that the subject matter of drama should be aram or righteousness, porul or wealth, impam or pleasure, and vitu or salvation. The five parts that characterize drama are mukam, pirati mukam, karuppam, vilaivu, and twittal. Dialogues of a drama are divided into three parts: purakul or open speeches, utkul or soliloquies, and akayakul or asides. It is assumed that Tamil drama had a close connection with ritual dances. It would be significant to have an idea of these dances in order to understand Tamil drama. Now let us introduce different forms of it. Kuravikuttu. Kuravikuttu form was very popular among the ancient Tamils, as mentioned in the Shankam literature. People living in the Mullai or forest and Kurunchi or hilly regions organized this dance. It was played with the rhythmic beatings of the drum. Generally 7 or 9 men and women participate in this kuttu. They sang in praise of Mayon or Velan. As the action progresses, both the erotic and the heroic sentiments are unfolded. Interacting dialogues are used which indicate the gradual change of dance into drama. Generally, the Kuruvikuttu portrays the story of Kannan. The next is Veriyatal. This form was famous during Shankam age and was performed by a man called Velan. This is usually performed in the hilly regions. The Velan danced fiercely, indicating that he is inspired by the spirit of Lord Murugan. This dance is in praise of Murugan. The next is Tunan Kaikuttu. It is performed by a woman. The performer sings in praise of a hero who suffered for the cause of her country. In the Shilapatikaram, this dance has been mentioned. The next one is Vallikuttu. It is a dance performed both by men and women as a sign of their gratitude to goddess Valli for conferring peace and prosperity upon the people. Then Vittuvavar. This dance was performed when the people of the Pallai region were dividing their booty looted on the wayside. The dance represents lot of merriment and is performed in the temple of goddess Koravai. The next one is Kairattal. This dance is equivalent to rope dance and the performer dances to the rhythmic beating of the drum. There was another form which is war dances or war dance. This celebrates the victory of kings in wars. The dance is performed with a lot of music and feasting. Then Chakkayakuttum. This was famous during the time of the Shilapatikaram. It was difficult performance as the dancer had to dress and act in a way that he resembled Shiva from his right side and Uma from his left side. It's a kind of a image of Ardhanarishwara. The next one is Torpavaikuttu. Here the story was developed with the help of a picture made out of skin. The Shuttiratari remained behind the pictures in order to make them move and act with the help of sticks. This dance form came very close to drama. The next is Pommalattam. It is almost similar to Torpavaikuttu. Here the pictures are replaced by dolls which are moved with the help of strings. This form also has much dramatic elements. Now we are going to discuss about the decline of the Kuttus. When Tamil Nadu came under the rule of the Kulappira dynasty during the 3rd century AD, the Kuttus started to decline. The Kulappira dynasty was firm believer in Jainism and was inimical to the promotion of fine arts Thus, there was a steady decline of the kuttus, which reflected the joyous note of the Shankam age. Tamil folk dance. Tamil folk dance have much dramatic element, and they also have their share in the development of the Tamil drama in ancient times. The different forms of these dance performances can be divided into the following heads, and the one among those following heads are Kummiyattal. This is performed by men or women, and sometimes by both. It uses melodious songs and short dialogues are used to develop the story. Clapping of the hands is an essential part of this performance. And the next one is Oilattam. Oilattam comprises of men dancers. The story of Murukan, Kattavarayan, the Mathurai Veeran are generally portrayed here. The next one is Pommulattam. It uses dolls to develop the story. The story is taken usually from the epics. This is quite similar to the Pommulattam discussed above. Then is Pavaikuttu. Here pictures made of skin or thick paper are used instead of the dolls to portray the story. The next is Pakavatamela. In the villages of Tanjore, small group of actors perform this form of dance. Stories from the Puranas and the epics are enacted here. Dialogues form an important part of this dance, and it comes very close to drama. The next is Urumikkomaliyattam. Here, one or two persons participate and sing in praise of the temple deities with the request to protect them from disasters and hardship. At times, they act comically to provoke laughter. The next is Karaka Attam. Usually a girl with a decorated pot on her head is seen performing this dance. During temple festivals, it is organized with group pomp. Sometimes men also take part in this dance. Then Kavai Tattam. This dance is in praise of Lord Murukan. Then is Tevarattam. Professional group of dancers performed and enacted stories from the Puranas. It seemed more like a dramatic performance. And the next one is Kaniyanattam. Here dancers sing songs portraying the story of temple deities with the beating of the drum. Then another form is Aliyattam. Here dancers wear masks which are huge and have ferocious faces resembling human beings. These masks are made of straw and bamboo sticks. The dance is performed when the village deity is taken in procession. And this dance form can be compared with the Chhau dance of West Bengal, Jharkhand and some part of Orissa. The next drama form is Kuravan and Kuratiyattal. Here a man and a woman perform speaking in a humorous way. And another form is Kaman Koluttal. Here the story of Mammatan being burnt in enacted. Songs are sung and heated arguments developed in a healthy way. Then Uriyati. It enacts the incident of the stealing of card by Kannan. In different places it is enacted in different ways. Then is Poyakkal Kutirayattam. Here a man performs while riding on a decorated horse made of cardboards and wood. He enacts small stories like that of Shivaji. Next one is Katuvayattam. Here a man dressed like a tiger performs fiercely in the streets. It is performed as a penance during times of intense drought. These different types of folk dances try to portray different stories or incidents, usually from the Puranas and the epics. In these dances, one can find songs, dances, and the development of dramatic elements through the use of dialogues. These folk dances led to the development of modern drama in later times. The various kuttus and folk dances prevalent in the ancient society served the purpose of drama. Next, let us discuss about the stereotypical musical plays. With the decline of the later Chola Empire, Tamil Nadu got fragmented into pieces, and the strong connection that existed among different parts of the land was completely lost. Art and culture also suffered a setback during this time. The great plays patronized by the Chola kings were no longer in vogue, and during this time it was only through the temple festival that social entertainment was fostered. For entertaining the audience, these plays made use of beautiful songs. Mostly they were performed in the streets or the open ground. These plays were written in honor of the temple deities or the chieftains. The themes of the street plays were mostly love, as their main purpose was to arrest the attention of the audience. They portrayed erotic tales and witty riddles of life. Pallu, Kuruvanchi, Nonti, Kuluvalam were the important forms of these plays. The plays were written elegantly and had dramatic values. They used different songs portraying a series of sequential events in a story pattern, and hence they are often considered to be dance dramas. These street plays thus marked the development of drama form dance. Next one is Pallu. It is a dance drama where the main action is played by the ordinary people of the Pallar community. This genre was very popular during the 17th and 18th century. There are many references in the Shilapadikaram which can be correlated with Pallu. Pallu begins traditionally with an invocation song praising particular gods. Then the main character Pallan appears on stage praising the god and boasting of his personal talents. This prosperity of the country was reported in details. Kuruvanchi. Kuruvanchi follows the traditional practices of invocation, after which the Kattiyankaran announces the arrival of the hero in a process in the streets. The hero passed through the streets with great grandeur and cast glances at the gathering of the people. But seeing the magnificence of the hero, the women suffers a lot from pangs of love for the hero. The heroine of the play also feels intense passion for the hero. Then there is the character of the Kuretti and the Kuravan, who plays significant roles in the play. The Kuruvanchi tries to portray the joys and sorrows of human existence. The tensions and sorrows are a part and parcel of every life, irrespective of their socio-economic status. Comic elements is sometimes added according to the requirement of the play. Through the Kuruvanchi, the writers had tried to evolve a philosophy of life. These plays were enacted during festival times in the temples. Then we can talk about Nanti Natakam. It is a public performance where a single man poses as a lame man and performs. With the help of songs, he enacts his past life. There were innumerable uses of comic techniques. In most of the Nanti Natakam, the theme and form remain the same. As the story of the life of the man unfolds, it becomes clear that he was not born lame, but the circumstances of his life and his various voices led him to this situation. There is a reference of divine grace which ultimately saves this man. Simple and lucid songs were used to make the performance more attractive. Kuluvanatakam. These performances were written with the idea of praising a hero, a god, or a race which had been helpful. The Kuluvan is given a prominent role here. This Natakam uses songs to narrate the sequence of the events. The speech of the Kuluvan is full of witty remarks. These different types of stereotype street plays were important part of the society. It is through the development of the story that the dramatic element becomes explicit in these street plays. In these street plays, it is generally with the help of songs that the story or the particular incident being portrayed is enacted. Next, let us tell something about Nataka ke Kirtanai. The later Cholas and the Pandiyas patronized music and storytelling through songs which became very popular. There were musical variances in the development of these story poems. The songs were in the form of the Kirtana. These story poems seem to be a drama when they were recited by talented musicians. Thus, it came to be called Nataka Kirtanai. With the accompaniment of musical instruments, the songs are sung and the story is developed. According to the contents of the story, the songs are composed in different ragas. The skill of the writer in telling the story is important as the stories are already known to the audience. An able singer called the Pakavatar was able to achieve this. In these works, pan are used. It is believed that the Nataka Kirtanai was specially written during the 7th century for the purpose of enactment on the stage. The entire story is recited by one man. Dramatic elements can be explicitly discerned in these performances. Let us talk a few things about musical plays. The street plays discussed earlier were modified in certain ways in order to develop the musical plays. The musical elements of the street plays were kept unaltered, but it was written in such a manner that it became suited for the stage. These plays began with an invocation praising particular god or goddess, gods. The street plays depict a court scene. The stories are mostly taken from the popular Puranas and Itikathas. According to the contents of these plays, they can be divided into 7 types. Incidents from Itikatha, Puranic stories, popular stories, religious stories, historical events, social events, and philosophic content. Now, let us conclude the discussion. Thus, ancient Tamil drama developed from the various kuttus. Many of the Sangam poetry have referred to Natakam, and often dancing girls were called Nataka Makalir, and the performance conducted by them as Natakam. The different dances and dance dramas had dramatic qualities in ancient society. The Shilapadikaram expounds the qualities of drama and uses dramatic qualities to build up the plot. In Manimekhalai Kuttu, Patal or music and Natakam are differentiated, but sometimes Natakam is used in the sense of Kuttu. This establishes a link between the two. Now, let us summarize our discussion. In this module, we discussed about ancient Tamil drama and how the ancient Tamil drama was carried forward to form the modern Tamil drama. And we found a rich heritage of different forms of drama were found in the trajectory of the history of ancient Tamil drama. And we also can understand how the performance tradition in Tamil Nadu was intrinsically related with the life of the common people, with the life of the king and the court and the people of the royal court, and how this was a part and parcel of temple religious programs and rituals. Actually, this study of Tamil drama and growth and development of the history of Tamil drama can help us to read the context of those texts also. we can read the society, the economy, the culture, the mind of the people, the changes of the empire through the study of this drama, because this discussion include the drama which is performed in the royal court, which is performed in the temples, which offers is devotion towards gods, or which is devoted to the kings, or which is devoted to the common people, because we have include the folk drama forms and the street theaters also. So it is actually about the history of the community, history of the people, what we can read through the study, through the growth and development of the Tamil dramas. Thank you.